What is going on, boys and girls? In today's video, I'm going to talk about Red Dead Online, and I know I made a video on this about a year ago, but this is a updated version of it because obviously a DLC came out and it looks like it's on the up and up. So yeah, I have my notes here, and let's get into the video. So yeah, there's goods and bads, and there's just general notes, right, that you should consider if you're on the fence about getting RDR or you're on the fence about getting back into it. Because I honestly would, in a group of people, like let's say you're in the crew, in a group of people, like with us, it's really fun. There's 6-man bounties that you have to be a little bit tactical about. There's one 6-man bounty where they're in a cave system and there's 20, 30 enemies, and 6 of them are bounties, so you can't kill. So you have to watch your fire, you have to, it's really fun. But anyway, though, I digress. So some more goods besides it being fun in a group, which was actually one of them. My good things about this game is it's a lot of fun in a group. Period. If you're doing hunting missions or the more, they call it trader, but you go hunting and stuff. So more, I guess I would just call it trader. But if you do trader missions, if you do collectors with your friends, anything in this game involving around the 3 roles is actually pretty fun with friends. So pretty much, bottom line, you play this with friends. If you are a solo player, A, if you're on Xbox One, join the crew. And B, just don't get the game if you're a solo player like on PS4 or PC, because the story mode is worth it. So I'm not talking about the story mode, I'm talking about playing it online. It's not really worth it if it's solo, right now at least. So just keep that in mind. So... This is also moving on. There's a lot more stuff to do in the game. There's the bounty hunter missions, the trader missions. The traders is where you hunt for deer and get carcasses and stuff, and it's actually a lot of fun. And collector is okay. I mean, it's fun and it isn't fun. It can get pretty repetitive, but it's very good for XP though. So yeah, there's more money making methods too. Back when the game, their online first came out, you only really could do strangers missions, right? And you can only get $10 from them, I think, at the most. And now, you can get $20 to $100 from bounty missions, depending on how much people you have and how much bounties you have and how much of them are alive in the time. There's a lot of factors in the bounties, but you can get a lot of money from them. There's the Outlaw Pass that gives you, money bonuses and yeah. And then there's also the traders, which once you get to a higher trader level, you can get the large wagon, and that large wagon gets you $625 in total from doing the missions and stuff. And then your friends get I think $300 or $400. So it's also really good for your friends too, for stuff like with the traders. So yeah, and the last good thing about this game that I could think of is that the clothes are decent. They're not great, they're not good, but they're decent. So I would like to put them in the good. But this also goes into the negatives, which is there's not a lot of stuff to buy in the game. Even with the bounty hunters, even with the roles, the Frontier Pursuits DLC, there's still a big problem in the game, which is you can't buy a lot of stuff. In GTA, there's a bunch of cars that are pretty good. There's a bunch of cars that look pretty funny. There's apartments, there's businesses, there's this, and this. And in this game, there really isn't. It'll definitely get better in time, but it's still a downside either way. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Another thing too, which I know everyone's thinking this too, there's no heists or properties in the game. You can't buy a house or anything like that, which I'm pretty sure would be the next DLC. I'd be shocked if that's not, because that's when the game will really go another level in terms of it. It really depends how they do it. Now, take that back, because they could easily mess it up. But if they do it right, it could be a really good game. So yeah, that's really it. For the bads. The other notes I'll get into in a second. But going back to the going back to the not a lot of stuff to buy. See, there's clothes, like I said. There's horses that are okay, but I don't know. Don't put me on the math, but you can spend a lot of money on bills for having like 5 to 10 horses. I don't think you can even have 10 horses in the game. I'm not much of a horse buyer, so I don't really know. Keep that in mind, though, that I'll just buy horses. That might not be the best thing for you to do. And there's also stuff, regarding the rules, like the bounty hunter, where if you're a solo player, this is why I say you shouldn't get the game. At least you should get the game, but not play online. There's a bounty hunter wagon at I think the max level. For the max thing you can unlock stuff for, and I'm pretty sure it's actually the max level, yeah. So the bounty hunter wagon, and that's pretty much for playing with friends. If you have 6 bounties, you put them in there. So you know what I mean. Like it's just not worth it to buy it if you're playing solo. You don't ever do 6-man bounties if you're playing solo. Just do one man. You could do 2-man, but that's not really all that fun trying to chase down 2 targets, you know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, though, in the beginning of the video, the game's taking very good steps. So maybe in a year from now, I'll make another video on this, and it could be better. But the big question with this game, before I end today's video off, is it too late? And I don't think it is. I think that they took their merry time to try and fix it. It's just been a year now, and it's getting good. It's, if I could rate it, like a 5, 5.5, maybe 6, if I'm being generous. And the summer DLC didn't come out till like late September. That's very, very sad. I know the GTA DLC took a little bit of time too, but still, you know what I mean. It shouldn't take till late September to release a summer DLC. So, yeah, guys, for today's video, let me know your guys' opinions on Red Dead Online. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.